red against the eastern sky, proudly there on hilltop high, far above the lake so blue, stands old Howard, firm and true.
Like most college students, I've had to ask myself on more than one occasion, why did I come here? Howard University, a historically black institution founded in 1867 specifically for African Americans at a time when no other alternatives for the pursuit of higher education were available to us. Since this era, however, much has changed for race relations in America, culminating in the election of the first African American president, Barack Obama, this past semester. With such a shift in the paradigm of the ability of black people, the question for me now is not just, why did I come to Howard, but does my school and other historically black institutions still serve a purpose in this new age of racial harmony? I tried to find the answer to this question as I met with students and visitors on the Yard one Friday in spring.
I am a fall 2008 initiate of Phi Mi Alpha Symphonian Fraternity of America Incorporated. We really teach ourselves to be proactive and take control and be the leaders of the global community, as our motto states. We really have to embody that. I feel like everybody that graduates from Howard embodies that motto, you know, because after we graduate, we really can be leaders for the global community because we did it while we were here. We made things happen, we changed things, and we got things going on our own because nobody else did it for us and nobody handed it to us.
Just what the purpose of the HBCUs stand for, Freedmansboro, coming from slavery to now having an opportunity to be able to learn and actually become something and set high goals.
Spring 2007 Z chapter, Kappa Alpha Psi. I feel as though, you know, HBCU, it gives the students the opportunity to express themselves without having to, you know, conceal their true heritage and their true culture. Like me personally, I feel like it's one big family as opposed to me going to, you know, a predominantly white school. You know, you have the heavy Greek presence on the campus. You know, you have people just getting crunk on the yard or whatever. You know, soul food, just different stuff that you really couldn't get outside of HBCU. So I think it's definitely, you know, essential to still have them around.
I am a member of Alpha Chapter, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, 92 Refined, Spring 07. Yeah, I think they're necessary on a certain level, obviously, because that's why I'm here. I don't think that it has the same historical context as it did 100 years ago, but I think it's very important for people, especially young black students, to remember where they came from and to have the support system that we do at HBCUs.
Okay, so Greeks. That's kind of a given, though. Most of the fraternities and sororities on Howard's campus were founded here, so saying the wrong thing might just mean getting their whole plot removed from the Yard. What about some of the not-so-seen students of Howard? Those on the outskirts, the artists, the business people.
I chose the School of Business here because I know there are opportunities, especially for people like me, insurance majors, are excellent. Companies coming here to recruit. There's lots of possibilities, and just to be taught by people who actually care about you was very intriguing. I feel they're necessary because I feel black people need to be in an area that's conducive to their success. It's easy to get lost in the disparity between the black people and other races in big universities, say Ohio State or Michigan or universities like that. But in an area where you're around people like yourselves, as well as people who want to help you and want to give you all the tools for success, I feel it's necessary for them to succeed. If you look at all the great black people who came out of HBCUs, that speaks for itself.
The influence it has on the community, we're constantly mentoring students, we're constantly working throughout the community, and its history, it's such an important role to African Americans. The people who have come out of this university, such as Thurgood Marshall, Charles Hamilton Houston, we've made great strides in America through our basis in our historically black colleges or institutions, universities.
I just felt like it would be a very powerful move like the Mecca, and I can just feel the energy here. Not so much the other students, I just feel the energy here, like the legacy that's been left behind. Like, I'm not really into the whole crowd here, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to be here.
My parents went here, so I feel like I wanted to have the same experience that they had, even though it's a little bit different. It is 2009. My parents came here like in the 70s. It's like a new revolution.
I think it does more so socially than anything, because a lot of these kids that you see walking around here grew up in, you know, predominantly white areas, and coming to Howard University or any other HBCU per se exposes them to what the real African American community is like. You know, it kind of grounds them and gives them a feel as to what their heritage is about and, you know, who they are. You know, HBCUs provides an identity for the young, aspiring African American male or female.
All right, so we've heard from Greeks and other students. How about some parents' perspectives on the matter?
We're here to support our daughter. This is her freshman year. She's doing very well in the School of Business. I currently am a teacher at Tisch School of the Arts at NYU. This is their first time being around a whole bunch of black people doing things, you know what I mean, with abilities, and so that gives you a better sense of self, and you recognize that we can do anything we choose. And as opposed to being in a predominantly white school where you are looked upon as the minority, and then you have to feel like you have to be better than, not because you truly want to be your best, but just because you have to do it, and there's a difference. I think it's a difference in your psyche, so I think it serves.
I'm here with my son who's a junior in high school because this is probably his first choice. So this is one of our first visits that we made. I got accepted to Howard in 1982. I graduated from high school in 1983. But because of financial reasons, being from St. Louis, Missouri, I was not able to make it to Howard. And probably one of the most regretful decisions that I made was not coming here. I went to a small school in northern Missouri, and I struggled for 4 years there because of no social outlet, not many other African-American students, the only African-American engineering major in the entire school. There may have been one other person in the senior class. So it was a tough going for 4 years, you know, in science, math, and engineering courses. So I not only missed the social outlet, but also the camaraderie of being with peers that knew my experience and had like experiences. You know, so it was a tough 4 years. So you know, that's why I let my son make his.
Ms. Gaines was a person who loved Howard University. One thing that really touched me, she said, you know, we are her kids.
Ms. Gaines was a mother to all of these students out here. She was able to give them guidance in far more than what classes they were to pick.
She was really somebody that people could count as a friend, and someone who from day one really helped you to figure out your life's goal and your life's passion. That's what she was for me.
Ms. Gaines is one of those persons who puts the M in the Mecca at Howard University. She is your sister, your friend, your advisor, your mentor, your mother.
She was my mentor. Ms. Gaines was my best friend.
Ms. Gaines did not allow her students to give her excuses. I remember sitting in her office one day. I got a C in one of my major classes, and I'm trying to explain it to her. I'm giving her all these, and she was like, huh? Okay, I'm hearing another excuse. Huh? She was like, okay, actually, you can get out until you can decide that you want to talk to me and not give me excuses.
You were a blessed angel that came by us, and you helped us through life. Thank you for that.
Job well done to a good and faithful servant. A friend and a mother, never ever will there be another. I know you're probably in a vibe from heaven, so let me end by saying, rest in peace.
Tradition.
Success.
Heritage.
Uniqueness.
Love.
Power and legacy.
Humbling.
Family.
Family.
Opportunity.
Fellowship.
So I guess what I learned from today was that the real essence of a historically black institution rests in the tradition of family. The fact that the people you interact with on a day-to-day are connected to you on something more than just education. The proof rests in this honoring of Miss Gaines on one impromptu Friday night in spring.